Greetings everyone and welcome back to Kadic Reviews. Yeah, it's been a while since I've done one of these video game things, but here we are. Power Rangers, Battle for the Grid. Yes, you knew I was going to do it, so I have to do it. Back a few years ago, to tie in with the movie, a video game company known as Enway made a game called Power Rangers Legacy Wars for Android devices. That game, had been a widely big success and is still going on today, selling copies and free downloads and even gaining quite a foothold on the mobile competitive fighting game scene, if you can believe it. But now it's time for Enway to make its first major attempt at a console version of its successful game, and that's what Battle for the Grid is. In corroboration with Power Rangers' new owners, Hasbro, alongside Lionsgate, Battle for the Grid takes loosely the premise based around Boom Comics' successful Power Rangers Shattered Grid comics miniseries, and sets it up in a Marvel vs. Capcom style 3 vs. 3 fighter. Now, this game won't impress you graphically, seeing that these are graphics that are just slightly better than that of a cell phone. Remember, this is a company that worked on a cell phone game, so expectations are low. Plus, on the other downside, there are only, as of this recording, 9 characters. The original Green Ranger, Tommy Oliver, Jason, our original Red, the one representative for Power Rangers Mega Force, Gia, Yellow Ranger. From Shattered Grid itself, Ranger Slayer, Macedon, Century, and of course the final boss and lead villain of the Shattered Grid piece, Lord Raccoon. And representing their respective shows, the Magma Defender from Lost Galaxy, and of course Cat from SPD. Rather odd choice. As well as Goldar, also representing Mighty Morphin and the villain forces. Now, on top of all this, there are 3 additional characters, in which Enway has already released their identities. Udana from Mystic Force, from Power Rangers Zeo, the Gold Ranger. Wonder if they're going Jason or Trey from Triforia in that instance. And last but not least, Tommy's Light Ranger incarnation. So, on top of that, there doesn't seem to be much. Hopefully, through continual seasonal updates, this game gets improvement in that area. But where the game shines is its 3-on-3 gameplay, taking more of a cue from Marvel vs. Capcom 2, and even having legendary competitive fighting game master Justin Wong on staff. This game takes some of the better elements from Marvel vs. Capcom and makes them super simplified. I tend to call this game Marvel vs. Capcom for beginners, seeing that basic combos can be done with the 4 face buttons and just one direction, with a light, medium, heavy setup. For those that played Marvel vs. Capcom 3, this should be known to you, with special moves being simple points back and forth of the directional pad while pressing the button. Also, you can access 2-button supers and 2-button EX moves, and these moves can be hot buttoned to a simplified 1-button setup, as well as your assist and tags, or as they call them here, takeovers. The supers do large amounts of damage, but you also have one more trick up your sleeve. When one of your team of 3 is taken down, you can use one of 3, well, I like to call them Mega Supers. 2 Megazords, both the classic Mighty Morphin Megazord and the Dragonzord, as well as a supersized Goldar you can choose from for your super move Delight. Each do entire screen wiping attacks that can create heavy damage, as well as you can continue and start combos off of them, especially in the case of the Dragonzord. This is a great turnaround mechanic if people don't know when they're coming, which, by the way, they come when you attack. So keep that in mind. Up to 4 attacks if you can use them judiciously. Outside of that, combos are pretty easy to pull off, and for advanced players can actually get pretty long in the juggle step, but not too long where it's overly complicated. Speed goes well, and as far as online is concerned, most games actually connect pretty well once they connect. However, the downside is you'll be connecting a lot to the same opponents time in and time out again. And it may take a long time to find an opponent, as well as even you'll gain disconnects, depending on if you're using Wi-Fi or not. There's only casual and ranked one-on-one battles with no spectation or rooms right now, and only a 7 fighter arcade mode, which, because of the length of your character roster, really shows its age and its weakness here. There is a training mode, but it's not really that deep. But the good thing is, it comes in at a $20 price tag, $40 if you want everything from the season pass, a few deluxe skins. But even then, just spend the $20, or if you have some Microsoft or PlayStation money lying around that you can waste, reduce it further. This is a game that could be better in the long term, but right now may not hold a candle to current fighters like Soul Calibur 6, Tekken 7, or even the upcoming Mortal Kombat 11. But its cheaper price point, easy to understand move list, and surprisingly crisp gameplay, plus, of course, Ranger nostalgia, make this $20 game not too bad of a pill to swallow, and one game to look out for in the future. That's why I'm willing to give Power Rangers Battle for the Grid a 7 out of 10. Pick this game up, and if you have an Xbox, you might see me floating around. It's on PS4 as of tomorrow. By the time this recording gets uploaded, it might be available to buy there for that same $20 price. Just give it a shot. You might be surprised at just how good this game is, even though it may not have a lot. Until next time, find peace in your own nirvana, and thanks for watching.